What do you think would happen if the NBA just reset? We started back in 1983, before the GOATs, before the All Stars, before the All NBA caliber players we see today. What would happen? Today we're going to be finding that out. Welcome to episode 1 of our simming the 60 years in NBA 2K25. I know it's been a long time coming. We have every custom made draft class from 1984 to roughly 2028, I believe. Um, so yeah, simulation wise, we're gonna be keeping track of every statistical stat we can keep. So all the scoring leaders, rebound leaders, so forth, even turnover leaders, 3-point leaders. We're gonna be keeping track of even playoff leaders and so much more. So we have an in-depth field of, you know, what players do. Of course, there is a boom or bust system. Now, to explain that before we started, so you can see Michael Jordan is here. This Michael Jordan, as it stands right now, could, and I'm saying could, eventually become the greatest player ever. Or he might cap it in 85. That is how these storylines work. So 2K has storylines. So for example, if you were to come here, let's say I just change Jeff Turner. You see how this new storyline would be generated for this player? If I hit yes, right, Jeff Turner now might become a 90 plus overall. I mean, I'm going to put him back, so he's going to get a new storyline generated. But this is how it is for every single player, no matter if I change them or not. You can see there's a clear four-way tie with first, then there's whatever. So each player has a boom or bust, so don't expect a great legend to become great. You would just have to watch the sim and hope that you see them play better. Um, on top of that, we're not going to have no control over any of the teams. Any of the teams, they're going to do their own thing, and we're not going to change that. And as far as rule changes goes, um, roughly for salary cap wise, we will be boosting the salary cap up by 3 million every year, and we will be putting the inflation to 65. So what that does is, oh, don't know why I'm there. So what that's gonna do, you can see here, it's already at, or it's my bad, it's at 100. I put it up to 100 for. I've had simulations where 80 overall players will go into free agency and they request too much money, so then play or teams end up getting to sign them for bare minimum. So like a random team will have an 86 plus. Like I've seen 90s get left in free agency after the free agency period in the beginning of the season. A team will sign that 90 for a minimum, which kind of off balances the teams, I guess, but maybe not too crazy. Um, Other than that, real quick, we will be having new teams added to the NBA. So, of course, in 1988, we're getting the Charlotte Hornets and the Miami Heat. In 89, we're getting the Timberwolves and the Orlando Magic. 95, we're getting the Toronto Raptors and the Vancouver Grizzlies. That will be changed to Memphis at some point. So then the new teams we're going to be adding in 1999, 4 years after the Raptors and Grizzlies, we will be adding the Buffalo Braves and the Providence Steamrollers. In 2007, we're going to be adding the Virginia Squires and the Baltimore Bullets. And then in 2012, we will be adding the St. Louis Bombers. And then we will be adding a Las Vegas expansion team. If we can fit more teams after that, I will gladly add 2 more teams, but we'll get to that when it comes. Of course, every episode is not gonna have, this long of an intro. We're also gonna do about 2 seasons per, episode. So let's get over the rosters. The 76ers have a primed Moses Malone with prime Julius Erving. We have Andrew Tooney, Maurice Cheeks, Bobby Jones, Wes Matthews, Sam Williams, Clint Richardson, Mark Ivoroni, Franklin Edwards, Clement Johnson, Leo Rawtons, Sedale Threat, and Charles Jones with Bruce Kaczynski. And real quick, I should probably add, we do have a bunch of free agents. These are free agents that either retired a lot younger, so I'm giving them a chance at redemption, or they're free agents that were in draft classes that never got to end up on a team, or just certain legends who you can see their ages are all accurate. So like you have Bob Nedelik, he's still here. He's 39, probably going to be gone after this season, but he's still here. Or you have players like Austin Carr still here. I believe there's still a couple other players down here. Yeah. So we keep going. All of these players are real. You can tell the cutoff once you get to cuts off at some point. Yep, there it is. So we have a bunch of players, and this is not even including some players already got signed. So of course, like Jim Price, he's supposed to be a free agent. Ken Charles, Bob Gross, Larry Keenan, Wilbur Holland, Curtis Rowe, Jeff Petrie, Norm Van Leer, Randy Smith, Tom Henderson, Doug Collins, Kevin Porter, Jeff McGinnis, Kermit Washington, Slick Watts, Phil Smith, Campy Russell, Brian Taylor, and that's it, right? Yep. Okay. So now we can go back over the rosters. The Bucks, led by Sidney Moncrief, Marquise Johnson, Bob Lanier, Junior Bridgman, Paul Pressey, Alden Lister, Mike Dunleavy, Nate Archibald, Kevin Gravy, Paul McKeskey, Charlie Chris. We have Randy Brewer, Harvey Catchings, and Linton Towns with Lorenzo Romar. The Bullets have Jeff Ruland, Ricky Sobers, Greg Ballard, Frank Johnson, Rick Mahorn, Darren Day, Jeff Malone, Charles Davis, Joe Kopicki, Tom McMillan, Dwayne Scales, Brian Warwick, Mike Gibson, Michael Wilson. The Bulls have Reggie Theus, Orlando Woolridge, Quentin Daly, Ennis Watley, Dave Corzin, Mitchell Wiggins, Dave Greenwood, Campy Russell, Brian Taylor. Wait, am I tripping? Or is that two Brian Taylors and... Or no, I must have read his name somewhere. That's my bad. Rod Higgins, Sidney Green, Wallace Bryant, Juwan Oldham, Ronnie Lester. We got World B. Free, Cliff Robinson, John Bagley, Geoff Houston, Lonnie Shelton, Phil Hubbard, Roy Hinson, Paul Thompson, Phil Smith, Jeff Cook. We have Stuart Granger, John Garris, Ben Poquette, Geoff Crompton. We have the Celtics with Larry Bird, Robert Parrish, Kevin McHale, Dennis Johnson. We have Gerald Henderson, Cedric Maxwell, Kermit Washington, Scott Wedman, Slick Watts, Danny Ainge, ML Carr, Quentin Buckner, Carlos Clark, Greg Kite. The Clippers will be moving to Los Angeles after this season, so that's why we will be, more than likely, if we need another team, adding a San Diego team. We have Terry Cummings, Norm Nixon, Bill Walton, James Donaldson, Michael Brooks, Derek Smith, Ricky Pierce, Craig Hodges, George McGinnis, Greg Kessler, Jerome Whitehead, Hank McDowell, Billy McKinney, and Hutch Jones. We have the Hawks with Dan Roundfield, Dominique Wilkins, Doc Rivers, Trey Rollins, Eddie L. Johnson, Johnny Davis, Sly Williams, Mike Glenn, Randy Whitman, Scott Hastings, Ricky Brown, Armand Hill, Billy Poltz. We got John Pinot and Mark Landsberger. We got the Utah Jazz with Adrian Dantley, Ricky Green, Daryl Griffith, Mark Eden, John Drew, Thurl Bailey, Jeff Wilkins, Doug Collins, Kevin Porter, Jerry Eves, Rich Kelly, Bob Hansen, Tom Boswell, J.J. Anderson. We have the Kings with Eddie Johnson, Larry Drew, Mike Woodson, Billy Knight, Joe Merriweather, Steve Johnson, LaSalle Thompson, Tom Henderson, Kevin Lauder, Dane Shuttle. Mark Oberdine, Don Buse, Ed Neely, and Larry. I don't know how to pronounce his last name fully. We have the New York Knicks with Bernard King, Bill Cartwright. We got Ray Williams, Randy Smith, Darrell Walker, Truck Robinson, Trent Tucker, Lewis Orr. We have Marvin Webster, Ernie Grunfeld, Rudy Macklin, Len Elmore, Eric Furston. We have the Showtime Lakers with Magic Johnson. We have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, James Worthy, Michael Cooper, Bob McAdoo, Jamal Wilkes, Byron Scott, Mike McGee, Larry Spriggs, Kurt Rambis, Swen Nader, Mitch Kupchak, Calvin Garrett, Eddie Jordan. We have the Dallas Mavericks with Mark Aguirre, Rolando Blackman, Pat Cummings, Brad Davis, Jay Vincent, Dale Ellis, Derek Harper. We have Kurt Nymphius, Norm Van Leer, Bill Garnett, Jim Spanarkel, Roger Fegley, and Mark West with Elston Turner. We have the New Jersey Nets with Otis Birdsong, Buck Williams, Daryl Dawkins, Michael Ray Richardson, Albert King, Kelvin Ramsey, Darwin Cook, Mike Gaminsky, Michael Corrin, Geoff Petrie, Bill Wallaby, Reggie Johnson, and Foots Walker with Mark Jones. We have the Denver Nuggets with Alex English, Kiki Vandeweghe, Dan Issel, Rod Williams, Danny Shays, T.R. Dunn. And we got Mike Evans, Howard Carter, Richard Anderson, Bill Hanslick, Kenny Dennard, Keith Edmonston, Dave Robish, Anthony Roberts. The Indiana Pacers have Clark Kellogg, Herb Williams, Butch Carter, Steve Stipanovich, George Johnson, Jerry Sitchin, Brooke Steppe, Curtis Rowe, Kevin McKenna, Sidney Lowe, Jim Thomas, Leroy Combs, Tracy Jackson, Granville Waiters. The Detroit Pistons have Isaiah Thomas, Kelly Tripucka, Bill Laimbeer, John Long, Vinnie Johnson, Terry Tyler, Kent Benson, Wilbur Holland, Walker Russell, Earl Carrington, Cliff Livingston, Ray Tolbert, David Thirdkill, and Lionel Hollins. The Houston Rockets have rookie Ralph Sampson with Robert Reed, Lewis Lloyd, Alan Levell, Rodney McRae, Phil Ford, Caldwell Jones, Joe Bryant, Craig Elo, Chuck Nevitt, Terry Teagle, James Bailey, Major Jones, Wally Walker, and Elvin Hayes. The San Antonio Spurs have George Gervin, Curtis Gilmore, Mike Mitchell, Johnny Moore, Gene Banks, Edgar Jones, Fred Roberts, Mark McNamara, Ron Brewer, John Paxson, Steve Lingenfelter, Dave Baton, Daryl Lockhart, and Bob Miller. The Phoenix Suns have Walter Davis, Maurice Lucas, James Edwards, Larry Nance, Kyle Macy, Rod Foster, Alvin Adams, Paul Westphal, Alvin Scott, Rory White, Ricky Roby, Charles Pittman, Mike Sanders, Johnny High. The Seattle Supersonics have Jack Sikma, Gus Williams, Tom Chambers, David Thompson, Al Wood, Reggie King, Danny Vrains, Fred Brown, John Sunvold, Steve Halls, Charles Bradley, Clay Johnson, Steve Hayes, and Scooter McRae. The Portland Trailblazers have Jim Paxson, Kenny Carr, Calvin Nat, Denzel Valentine, Michael Thompson, Fat Lever, Wayne Cooper, a rookie Clyde Drexler, Larry Keenan, Bob Gross, Jeff Lamp, Audie Norris, Pete Verhoeven, Tom Piotrowski, and then the Golden State Warriors led by Purvis Short with Joe Barry Carroll, Sleepy Floyd, who I believe is, he is a sophomore, Mickey Johnson, Larry Smith, Lester Connor, Ken Charles, Mike Bratz, Don Collins, Darren Tillis, Jim Price, Russell Cross, Chris Engler, and Pace Mannion. So the best player who stands alone at 98 is Larry Bird right now, but don't worry, Magic will be getting up there. As far as real life events with certain players retiring at certain times, I think the only event we're gonna do a coin toss, but towards the I want to say, what was it? When Magic retired, for his illness the first time. I'm gonna go ahead and say there is a chance we coin flip and we retire Magic for a couple seasons early, just to see, what happens. So there is a possibility. So again, we have no choice over what any team does. You can see we're gonna be turning everything on. Alright, so everything will be getting turned on. I'm doing this in front of y'all, that way y'all know I do not want to control. And actually, it's easier if we just pick a team in reality, and we just go off of that. So let's go find a team that doesn't technically have a championship or a appearance in the playoffs. So either the Utah Jazz, the Dallas Mavericks, or okay, so it's the Utah Jazz or Dallas Mavericks. Let's go ahead and we're just gonna watch the Utah Jazz. Why not? So then we're gonna go over here. I'm gonna show y'all we're not gonna have control of quite literally anything. The Utah Jazz are free to do what they please, who they trade, or so forth. Oh, we're gonna get ready to start simming here in a second. If I had to guess, it's gonna be Lakers 76ers in the finals. And I'm gonna go ahead on the assumption that the Lakers win. But who knows? Let's get into it. Alright, so season number 183 to 84. We're gonna be going to the All-Star break first. And yep, so we're just gonna be watching. We're probably gonna hop into every now and then, depending on who's in them, we might hop into 3-point contest or the dunk contest or so on. I do need to make sure real quick that everything is turned on over here. Yep. All right, so the 83 to 84 All-Stars. So this is the East. This is the East we got going. Dan Roundfield, wow. West All-Stars. This is also what we got going on. Artis Gilmore made an All-Star team. We got the dunk contest. And then we got the 3-point contest. In terms of rookie teams, here's all the rookies. And then in sophomore teams, here's all these sophomores. So let's go ahead and simulate this day. The sophomores, I'm pretty sure, yep, sophomores are on top. They got led by Quentin Daly, shooting 6 for 9, 20 points. Let's see. Dunk contest winner is Dominique Wilkins, and 3-point contest winner is Kiki Vandeweghe. And then, of course, the East All-Stars are on top. The MVP would probably realistically go to Bird here. It'd either be between Bird or probably Julius Erving. It's probably Julius Erving, actually. I mean, more points, more assists, more steals, more blocks. Yeah, it's Julius Erving. So Julius Erving is going to win the first All-Star MVP of the video. And let's just keep it going. I'm excited to see what team falls where and who gets what. The Jazz look like they're going to be a just like basic mediocre team. they are closing out the season pretty terrible though. So who knows? Oh, yeah, maybe never mind. Yeah. Wow. All right. So the first MVP of the simulation, without a shocker, it's Magic Johnson, averaging 18, 8 rebounds, about 13 assists, and a steal a game. Yeah, that's crazy. Ralph Sampson is your rookie of the year, averaging about 17 points, 11 rebounds, and about 2 blocks. Kevin McHale is the sixth man. He's averaging about 16 points, 9 rebounds, and about a block and a half a game. Moses Malone is the first depoy of the sim. He's averaging about 29, 17, and 2 blocks. Sleepy Floyd is most improved. He came from averaging 8, 2, then 16, about 2 rebounds, 2, 4, about 2 assists, 2, 4, and then a steal a game. And then Brad Nelson and is coach of the year, and Jaden Woods is executive. Lakers 65-17. We got All NBA first team Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Moses Malone, Mark Aguirre, and Julius Erving. We got All NBA second team Isaiah Thomas, Alex English, Marquise Johnson, Dominique Wilkins, and Clark Kellogg. We got the all defensive first team with Moses Malone, Mark Eaton, Trey Rollins, Sidney Moncrief, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And then the second team, we got Ralph Sampson, Julius Erving, Larry Bird, Bill Laimbeer, and Artis Gilmore. The all-rookie first team, we have Ralph Sampson, Mitchell Wiggins, Doc Rivers, Ennis Watley, and Clyde Drexler. And then all-rookie second team, we got Byron Scott, Steve Stipanovich, Ron Foster, Jeff Malone, and Thurl Bailey. Real quick, going ahead and going to season awards. Moses Malone won Player of the Month 3 times, Larry Bird twice, and Julius Erving once. Magic won it 3 times, Jack Sikma won it once, and Mark Aguirre won it twice. Rookie of the Month, we got Darren Day once, Ennis Watley twice, Doc Rivers once, and Mitchell Wiggins once, and Steve Stipanovich once. Over on the West, we got Derek Harper once, Ralph Sampson 3 times, Clyde Drexler once, and Byron Scott. Let's see. We don't have award races anymore. So next up is season stats. This is per 36. I just want regular stats. Game stats. All right, so Moses Malone is your scoring leader for the 1983 to 84 season. He is also your rebounding leader. Your assist leader is Magic Johnson. Steal leader is Ricky Green, but he tied with Sidney Moncrief. So technically it's both, but I'm guessing they're going to give it to Ricky Green. Block champion is Mark Eaton, averaging 3.1. Turnover leader is Gus Williams. Foul leader is Tom Chambers. Field goal percentage leader is Marquise Johnson. And 3-point percentage leader is Jeff Malone, which he didn't take very much, but hey. Free throw percentage leader is Quentin Daly, shooting 97%. And then there is something else I want to keep track of. Most double-doubles is Magic Johnson with 66. Moses Malone following behind. And then Magic's leading with 16 triple-doubles. The next closest one is Larry Bird with 4. So that should say it. Person who played the most minutes this season technically is Magic Johnson. Moses Malone did average 41 minutes a game, though. Pretty sure Magic played more because Moses got hurt towards the end of the season. So, NBA standings, the top 8 Lakers stand at the first seed with Nuggets, Blazers, Warriors, Mavericks, Spurs, Sonics, and Clippers following. And for the East, it's the Celtics leading with the Bucks, 76ers, Cavs, Knicks, Bullets, Bulls, and Pistons following. The worst team in the East is the Indiana Pacers with 33 and 49. Then the worst team in the West is the Phoenix Suns with 23 and 59. So very, very interesting. Okay. First round of the playoffs, we see the Detroit Pistons lose in 5, the Cavaliers lose in 3, the Bullets lose in 3, and the Bulls lose in 4. We see the Sonics lose in 4, the Blazers lose in 5, the Warriors lose in 5, and the Clippers lose in 3. So next round, the Lakers beat the Mavs in 5, Nuggets beat the Spurs in 6, Boston beats the Knicks in 5, and Philly beats Milwaukee in 7. So game 1 over in the East, it is going to be the Celtics. Game 1 in the West, it's going to be the Nuggets. Game 2 in the East, the 76ers. Game 2 in the West, the Lakers. Game 3, it's the 76ers, and it's the Lakers. Game 4, well, we simulated too far ahead. That was a misclick. But Celtics lose in 6 with Moses Malone closing out a 30 and 23 game. Larry Bird's 30 points just not enough, and the Lakers close out the Nuggets in 5, led by Kareem's 30 and 15. So if we were to give a Finals MVP, or an MVP, I should say, the Eastern Conference and Western. Let's see. Game 1, Magic Johnson. All right, yeah. So the Western MVP is gonna go ahead and go to Magic Johnson. The Eastern MVP, I mean, Larry Bird's insane. Moses Malone didn't have a crazy game. Then, yeah, Moses. I think we're gonna give it to Moses. It's either Moses or Dr. J. Yeah, we're gonna give it to Moses. So the first Eastern Conference Finals MVP is Moses Malone, and then the other one is Magic Johnson. So, game 1, we're gonna simulate, see if we might get to hop into a game. It is currently a 4-point game. Into the 4th minute left. There's 50 seconds left. Lakers up by 1. Let's go ahead and jump in. We're going to turn this off, and we're just going to make sure. We can hear a little bit more stuff. Yep. All right, and then let me go ahead and sit out. So, Lakers do have possession of the ball. Interesting. We're gonna throw it in. Actually, we're gonna go ahead and do this just for the camera angle. Wow, does it not fix it anymore? Oh. Well, there we go. All right. So Magic has the ball. He throws it instantly to Moses Malone, who gets that steal. Maurice Cheeks dribbling it up. Spin move past Magic. Layup over Bob McAdoo. Jamal Wilkes. Okay. That's terrible. Both teams have equal assists. Magic has the ball, top of the left, into Kareem. Kareem for a layup. He misses. Moses Malone grabs another rebound up to Wes Matthews this time, who gives it to Maurice Cheeks. Maurice Cheeks is then, why didn't he give it to Malone? Malone in the post on Kareem. Malone, layup, it's no good, but he gets his own board back, and then he gets blocked. He gets his board back again. Another layup, it's off again. He gets another board, another layup, and it's good. It's good. 1 second remains. Moses Malone gets, 4 offensive rebounds after getting 3 missed layups and a blocked shot. Lakers 1 second left. What is their shot going to be? Who are they going to give it to? They're going to go ahead and give it to Cooper, he shoots it. He's off. And game one goes to the Philadelphia 76ers by 1 point. Moses Malone currently has 35 and 21. Magic 29 and 6. McAdoo 18 and 12. Magic needs Kareem to step up. 5 blocks is really good. 3 steals is great, but Kareem is his second star. Julius Erving 24 and 7 as well. What an insane first game of the finals. Game number 2 in Los Angeles. Are we going to have another close one, or are we going to be able to see a blowout? I mean, it's an 8-point lead. Lakers should be taking this one. They do by 15. Kareem 23 and 20 with 4 blocks. Magic 18, 7 and 6. Malone 32 and 11. Couldn't get it done. Julius Erving 24 and 6. Now going into Philadelphia for game 3. Can the 76ers manage to beat Showtime? I mean, this Lakers team is going to run things for quite a bit. It's a 1-point game, 2:30 left. Let's go ahead and hop in. Air filters off for y'all. Make sure the settings saved. Yep. Camera. Choose sides. Please change the camera angle. There we go. Alright, so the 76ers are going to be inbounding the ball. Andrew Tooney, he's going to go ahead and give it to Maurice Cheeks. And if I was the 76ers, you're definitely looking for easy twos. Clearly, Moses Malone is capable. Julius Erving at the 3 line. He's not even a 3-point shooter. Julius Erving's dribbling. He's trying to drive on Bob McAdoo. A spin move, layup, and it's no good. Bob McAdoo pulling down the rebound. They're on a fast break to Jamal Wilkes, who's giving it up. Nope, he's going to give it up to Magic now. Magic running the point to Kareem. Kareem, skyhook. It's good. Over Moses. Timeout, 76ers. Lakers lead by 3. 76ers, don't fold. The Lakers team is going to run things for years. This is your chance right now. Bruce Kaczynski, or no, Bobby Jones. Why did I say Bruce Kaczynski? Bobby Jones is going to give it into Andrew Tooney. Andrew Tooney should be a shooter, so they should have him. And Andrew Tooney throws the turnover to Kareem. Kareem to Magic. Magic bringing the ball up. And let's see what happens here. Magic just dribbling. Kareem in the paint. Layup over Moses. No good. Moses grabs the board. Gives up to Maurice Cheeks. Fast break opportunity for the Philadelphia 76ers. Moses Malone in the paint. Wide open. Dunks it on Kareem. And it is a 1-point game. Minute 25 left to go. Lakers got 30 assists in total. 76ers had 32. Magic into Kareem. Kareem fade away over Moses. It's off. Another fast break opportunity for the 76ers. Maurice Cheeks is going to slow it up, get a screen again from Moses, and it's the same play. Moses in the paint. He gets fouled by Kurt Rambis. Moses Malone has the opportunity to give his team a 1-point lead. Can he do it? First free throw. It's good. Oh no, it's off. It's off. I got baited. It's off. Wow. Moses Malone, 24 points, 1 assist. Shooting 67% right now. Second free throw, 2 tied a game. It's good. Alright, game tied, minute 4 left on the clock. All the Lakers look like they have their stars, except for I don't see James Worthy. Let's see what the play is here. Is it going to give another post up or no? Magic Johnson is going to be driving on Maurice Cheeks. Passing it out to Jamal Wilkes at the 3 line. Back to Magic, to Kurt Rambis, to Kareem in the corner. Kareem's driving. Layup or jump shot over Malone and Bobby Jones, and it's good. Kareem has 35 and 9. Screen from Malone again. Pass the ball inside. Malone dunks it on Kareem. Tie game yet again. 30 seconds remain. This is a nail biter. We might not get a series like this again. And it's pretty interesting. We're going to have Kurt Rambis passing it in. Let's see what Kurt Rambis got. Magic, top of the right. Into Kareem. Kareem. He's going to back Moses down. Layup. No good. Rebound. Kareem. No good. Rebound again. Kareem. No good. He missed the layup. Moses grabs the board and secures it. 15 seconds left. Kareem had 3 opportunities and missed all of them. When they needed him most, he is failing. 76ers ball. 15 seconds on the clock. Are they going to take last shot? And we might see a potential OT game. Maurice Cheeks. Is it going to go to Moses? Maurice Cheeks shooting the ball, gets blocked by Magic, just standing there. And we're going into overtime. I don't know what Maurice Cheeks was thinking. If I was the 76ers, he's getting traded in the offseason. Lakers up by 4, now by 3. It looks like it's not going to be a close game. It looks like the Lakers do run away with it by 7 points. Julius Erving 36-5. Malone 27-14. Not enough for Kareem's 47-12 or Magic's 14-12-19. That's going to be game 3 of the finals. Lakers up 2-1. Let's go back into it. Game 4 in Philly. We have another close one, it looks like. Let's see. Oh, no, it's not close anymore. Philadelphia up by 17. Malone 26-14. Irving 22-10-8. Beat out Kareem's 22-14. Kareem had 7 blocks. And then Magic Johnson 11-11. He fouled out pretty early on into this game. It is now 2-2 heading back to Los Angeles. Sorry for the chair squeak. My chair's a little bit old. Currently, close game. Very close game, actually. 76ers up by 2. 42 seconds left. Let's get in on this. It is 76ers ball, so I'm assuming Lakers are going to foul or try to make them turn over the ball. Bobby Jones in the Maurice Cheeks, and we've seen how this goes. Maurice Cheeks driving in Moses at a mid-range, and then he throws the ball away to Kareem. Byron Scott bringing the ball up, giving it down to Bob McAdoo. Bob McAdoo layup, it's off. Bobby Jones pulls down the board. Maurice Cheeks taking it slow up the court. I'm assuming it's going to be a little pick and roll action, or they're going to wait and hold the ball until they get free throws, I'm guessing. Moses Malone driving. Maurice Cheeks pass to Moses. Moses layup, no good. Magic pulls down the rebound. 7 seconds left to go. Byron Scott driving. Magic to Kareem. Layup. It's good. It's good. And we're going into yet another overtime thriller via the Lakers and 76ers. These two teams are not stopping. These two teams are going insane. And looks like the Lakers are going to run away with it yet again. No. 51 seconds left. 1 point game. Lakers ball. Let's go jump right back in. Byron Scott at the top of the 3. Let's go into Kareem. Kareem, little layup. It's good. And these 76ers are now currently down by 3 points. Kareem is definitely putting the Lakers on his back. If the Lakers were to win right now, Kareem is definitely the finals MVP. I mean, even if they give it to Magic, I will be overriding it. Kareem has been going crazy except for the very first game. Maurice Cheeks driving, giving it to Moses. Moses, layup, he gets fouled. He's got 2 free throws, chance to make it a 1-point game. First free throw up, and it's good. Good job, Moses. Second free throw, it is up, and it is also good. 1-point game, 38 remaining. Byron Scott's going to go ahead and bring the ball up. I'm assuming they're just going to go right back to Kareem. Kareem in the paint. Little fadeaway. It's off. Moses secures the board. Mo Cheeks is going to go ahead and bring the ball up. And it's going to go to Moses. Drives past Kareem for a dunk. 76ers up by 1. 16 remain. You know, seeing this in action, 2K Sim has looked pretty good watching AI and AI. All right, so Lakers going to go ahead and pass in Byron Scott as the main guard, I'm guessing. I'm guessing Magic fouled out, which is a problem. But Byron Scott to Kareem. Kareem, skyhook over Moses. It's good. 1-point lead, Lakers. 3 seconds remain. Wow, Kareem is carrying. They needed the captain. They needed him. I don't see Julius Erving on the court. I see Andrew Tooney, I think. Or no, that's Wes Matthews. They're going to give the ball in. Maurice Cheeks. Pulled up. He's off. The Lakers win game 5 by 1 point. Kareem 42, 13, 4, and 2. Magic 26, 9, and 11. Malone 35 and 18. Julius 26, 13, and 7. Did he foul out? Yes, he did. Unlucky for the Philadelphia 76ers. Game 6. We are in Philly. Can the 76ers hold on for just a little bit longer, or will the Lakers run away? And, I mean, it's a semi-close game. 13 points, 44 seconds left. Let's go ahead and hop in this game. We're probably not going to hop in many games like this again. It's kind of because it's the first season that we're really just in this. So, Lakers ball, up 3, 43 left. Byron Scott's going to go ahead and give it up to Bob McAdoo. Bob McAdoo in the paint. He misses, grabs his own board, misses again, grabs another board. Byron Scott gets it back to Bob McAdoo. And he's going to take a fadeaway over it. He misses again. Andrew Tooney pulls down the board. Maurice Cheeks. I don't see Moses Malone, so I'm assuming he fouled out. Julius Erving driving, slamming it home. It's a 1-point game, 17 seconds left. Can the 76ers force a game 7? That was their foul to give. I'm assuming here comes Moses Malone. They're going to take out Julius Erving. Or no, they didn't take out Julius Erving. They took out, I believe, Franklin Edwards, maybe. They're going to foul again. 16 left. They're going to foul Byron Scott at the free throw line, shooting 36%. He's going to hit the first one, give the Lakers a 2-point lead. And the second free throw, it is also good. 3-point lead, Lakers, 16 left to go. There's not very many 3-point opportunity plays, nor do I think they have a really good 3-point shooter. The only one who might be able to knock down a 3-ball, Andrew Tooney. I mean, Julius Erving should be able to, but, I mean, it's not my team. So, Julius Erving at the top, calling for, I'm guessing, an ISO spin move, driving all the way, and he's going to go ahead and get a dunk. 1-point game, 7 seconds to go. I'm assuming all they're going to do is more than likely foul the Lakers. Hope the Lakers miss a free throw to tie the game. 7 seconds left. going to go ahead and go into Byron Scott, who does indeed get fouled right away. I mean, Byron Scott, first free throw. It's good. 2-point game. Second free throw, Byron Scott. It is also good. 76ers, no timeouts. 7 seconds remain. They need a three-pointer. Maurice Cheeks, Moses Malone shoots it. He misses. And the Los Angeles Lakers are your 1983-84 NBA champions. Moses Malone, he tried his hardest. He really did. But in the end, it was not enough. The Los Angeles Lakers, Showtime. Kareem gets a ring. Magic gets another one. Game 6, Moses had 36 and 12 with 4 blocks. Julius Erving 31 and 7. Jamal Wilkes led the Lakers with 24. Kareem 19 and 7. Magic 14, 8 and 12. Like I said, Kareem's getting Finals MVP, or I'm overriding it. And yeah, he already got it. He averaged 27 points, 12 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, and 4 blocks a game for the Lakers here. All right, so player retirements. We have Donnie Freeman, Bob Nedelecki, Jimmy Walker, Norm Van Leer, Lucius Allen, Pete Maravich, Butch Beard, Bill Keller, Jim Jones, Sam Lacey, Ted McClain, Ralph Simpson, Willie Norwood, Kobe Dietrich, Henry Bibby, Larry Steele, James Silas, John Ginelli, Jim Barnett, Ernie DeGregorio, Jimmy Foster, Dan Anderson, and Wally Jones, Jim Clemens, Stu Lance, Jim McElroy, Dale Schluter, Clyde Lee, Fred Carter, and it looks like it's about it. I don't know. Leon Benbow, Don Adams, Rick Roberson, Dave Wohl, Mike Riordan, Clem Haskins, Steve Jones, and that is it. Historic changes: a player fouled in transition with a clear path to the basket will receive 2 free throws and retain possession of the ball. Clippers are completely rebounding to the Los Angeles Clippers. Utah Jazz is changing the uniforms, and Pacers are changing the uniforms as well. League meetings: player fouled in transition, of course. There is no there is no. Oh, I guess I should major this. There is positionless All NBA teams, and you do have to play 65 games to be eligible for a reward. There's also 13 All Stars per per East and West. Draft lottery. The Suns and Kings have the top chances. So who's going to get number 1? It is going to be the Phoenix Suns getting pick 1, the Sacramento Kings getting 2, Rockets at 3, Blazers via Indiana at 4, Nets at 5, Hawks at 6, Jazz at 7, Pistons at 8, Bullets at 9, and Clippers via Seattle are 10. The 76ers have the Clippers pick at 11, and they were just in the finals. Lakers got number 23. 76ers also have Denver's pick for 20. So let's go ahead and go to the NBA draft. With the first pick, the Phoenix Suns select Charles Barkley. The Kansas City Kings select Hakeem Olajuwon with the 2nd overall pick. The 3rd pick, the Houston Rockets are selecting Michael Jordan. 4th pick, the Portland Trailblazers will be selecting John Stockton. All right, not too bad. I'm assuming the next one is Sam Bowie. The 5th pick, the Nets, Otis Thorpe out of Providence. Interesting. The Atlanta Hawks at 6 are going to be selecting Joe Jokovic. The Utah Jazz at 7 are going to be trading their... Okay. They're trading their pick in an 86 second round for Kenny Carr to the Blazers. That means the Blazers are going to be selecting Sam Bowie. They got Sam Bowie, John Stockton, and Clyde Drexler. Pick number 8, the Detroit Pistons are going to be selecting Sam Perkins. The Washington Bullets at 9, they're going to be trading their pick to the Kings for Larry Drew and Don Buse. The Kings have Kevin Willis and Hakeem Olajuwon. Interesting duo. Number 10, the Clippers will be selecting Vern Fleming. 76ers will be selecting Michael Cage. At 12, the Bulls will be selecting Melvin Turpin. 13, the Spurs will select Jay Humphries. The Pacers at 14 will select Ben Coleman. Mavericks at 15 will be trading their pick to the Sacramento Kings for Billy Knight and LaSalle Thompson. So the Kings are going to be pairing up Leon Wood with Hakeem and Eddie Johnson and Michael Cage. Yeah, the Dallas Mavericks at 16, they're going to also be trading their pick to the Atlanta for Trey Rollins and Ricky Brown. So Atlanta is going to pick up Eddie L. Wilkins. Number 17, the Clippers are going to select Roosevelt Chapman. That is a steal. The simulation I've done, he's became like a 90-plus all-star. Pick number 18, the Bucks will be selecting Charles Jones. 19, Blazers, Ken Bannister. 20, Jerome Kersey fell to 20. And he's on the 76ers. Wow. Pick number 21, Tim McCormick. Pick number 22, the Celtics selecting Alvin Robertson. And pick 23, the Lakers are selecting Jeff Turner. That is the end of the first round. Interesting. Jerome Kersey fell to 20, and he's going to be on the 76ers. Charles Barkley is the first overall pick. Jordan goes to the Rockets. Hakeem to the Kings. Stockton to the Blazers. Quite interesting. The way we're going to do free agency is we are going to sim a few days in. All right. Free agent wise, yep. So Andrew Tooney goes back to the 76ers. Bill Cartwright leaves the Knicks to join the Jazz. Jim Paxson leaves the Blazers to join the Kings. Dan Roundfield leaves the Hawks to join the Spurs. Mike Mitchell leaves the Spurs to go to the Bulls. Bob Lanier leaves the Bucks to go to the Cavs. Rob Williams stays with the Nuggets. Gerald Henderson leaves the Celtics to go to the Nuggets. Greg Ballard leaves the Bullets to join the Pacers. Pat Cummings leads the Clippers? No, Mavericks to join the Spurs. Mickey Johnson stays with the Warriors. Wayne Cooper leaves Portland to go to the Bullets. Michael Brooks stays with the Clippers. Lonnie Shelton leaves the Cavs to go to the Hawks. Kelvin Ramsey leaves the Nets to go to the Hawks. Frank Johnson leaves the Bullets to go to the Pacers. Mitchell Wiggins returns to Chicago. Eddie L. Johnson, he leaves Atlanta to join the Bulls. George Johnson leaves Indiana to join the Hawks. Ray Williams goes to the Jazz from the Knicks. David Thompson stays in Seattle. And that's all about we're going to check right now. In terms of player overall wise, Magic goes up to 2. Kareem starting to digress. And James Worthy was injured with a torn left ACL. Mark Aguirre up 3 to a 97. Alex English up 3 to a 97 as well. Clark Kellogg up to an 85. Isaiah Thomas up to a 92. We got any other big names getting up. Clyde Drexler goes up to an 84. Sleepy Floyd up to an 89. Julius Erving up to a 97. Malone is actually digressing somehow, but Julius Erving is getting better. Sidney Moncrief up 2. Jeff Ruland up 1. Reggie Theus up 4. Larry Bird down 1. Terry Cummings up 3. Dominique is up to an 88. And that is it. All-Star City selection. Where are we going to be at in All-Star next? We're going to be in Cleveland, Ohio. And yep, we'll see y'all next. I guess we should just show y'all real quick. I do have every draft class made. This is the truly the GOAT account, of course, but we do have every other draft class made. So we will be loading up the 1985 draft class, and yeah, let's just get ready to get into next season. I do have to change some player names that weren't allowed, and let me go do that, and let's get to simulating. We got the 84 to 85 season. Next draft up, we got Patrick Ewing, X-Man, Xavier McDaniel, Karl Malone, Wayman Tisdale, Chris Mullin, Charles Oakley, Arvydas Sabonis, Hot Rod, Benoit Detlef, and a lot more. Teams to keep an eye on, definitely the Kansas City Kings. I called them Sacramento the other day, but no, the Kings. We do have, as well as the Rockets with Jordan, Leavelle, and Sampson. We do, the Spurs got a squad going. I ain't gonna lie, you definitely got a squad going. Phoenix Suns, they drafted Charles Barkley alongside James Edwards, Walter Davis, and Larry Nance. And then the Blazers have Fat Lever, Clyde, Denzel Valentine, Calvin Nat, John Stockton, Sam Bowie. And then Magic stands as the best player in the league so far. And yep. Let's go ahead and get into this next season. We'll be going first to the All-Star Weekend. So I'm assuming Jazz are still going to be decent because of Adrian Dantley, of course. I don't think they picked up anyone crazy, if not that I've seen. So they're kind of just mid currently, Who does Daryl Griffith, Dantley, Mark Eaton. Oh, they did pick up Bill Cartwright. And I guess they did technically pick up Kenny Carr. They did. They also picked up Ray Williams. So, yeah, I guess they did their thing, actually. Okay. All-Star Weekend. Real quick, I'm showing y'all the award races. That way you can see, who's running things right now. Alright. And then let's go to All-Stars. So East, we got Sydney, Tooney, Irving, Bird, Malone, Theus, Lloyd, King, Johnson, Wilkins, Parrish, Cheeks, and Jeff Ruland. There is 4 76ers players on the All-Star teams. Even Maurice Cheeks is an All-Star right now. That's crazy. West All-Stars, we got Magic, Alex English, Dantley, Mark, Kareem, Gervin, Sleepy, Sigma, Kiki, Eddie Johnson, Purvis Short, Orlando Blackman, and Terry Cummings. So no All-Stars for the rookies. Dunk contest, we got Dominique, Mitchell, Orlando, and Clyde Drexler. 3-point contest, we got Kiki, Vince Taylor, Greg Ballard, Sleepy Floyd, Mike Dunleavy, and Dale Ellis. Is there any high players in free agency still? Wes Matthews, he's here. Basically it. I'm assuming everyone else would have already been signed. Any crazy trades? I don't see anything. The Pacers signed Robert Reed to a 1-year deal. See, this is what I'm talking about. So let me go to the Bucks and the Pacers real quick and show you what I mean. So you can see the Bucks signed Derek Smith, who is an 84 overall off the Clippers, who was just averaging 10, 4, and 2. So the Bucks just basically signed him for completely free. And yeah, we're actually gonna make Sydney primary point guard. That way, and we're gonna make Junior Bridgman a start shoot guard, and then just to give them a little bit more bench depth, I guess. They got so many small fours on their team. But yeah, they signed Derek Smith for a minimum. Sadly, can't really do anything about that. And then the same with the Pacers. Robert Reed, I mean, he signed with them for a minimum. It, they kind of needed him, I guess, but hey, yeah. I mean, if I was them, I'd probably put Clark Kellogg at power forward. I am going to change around things like this just to help out teams, because at the end of the day, we do want to see, teams have good teams, So, other than that, let's go ahead. The rookies beat the sophomores by 2. John Stockton led with 20. Let's go ahead and go through this. Joe Djokovic is the 3-point contest winner as a rookie, and Clyde Drexler wins the dunk contest. NBA All-Star game, which we did go a little bit past. The East does beat the West. MVP of the East definitely going to be Larry Bird with 15, 14, and 7. Moses definitely had his game, though. So, All-Star MVP, Larry Bird. Let's go straight back into simulation. So, I'm assuming the Jazz are still going to be a great team now. It's going to be interesting to see who gets paired up with what teams and how. So, yeah, the Jazz looking like a top-tier team, at least. I mean, they're beating the Lakers, so who knows. Julius Erving is the 85 MVP, averaging 26, 7, about 4 assists, a steal and a block a game. Hakeem is your rookie of the year, averaging 17, 10, about 2 assists, a steal, and 3 blocks a game. Lewis Lloyd is the 6th man, averaging 16, 6, 6, 1 and 1. Sidney Moncrief is the defensive player of the year, averaging 21, 6, 4, 2 steals, and 0.6 blocks a game. Sleepy Floyd is most improved yet again. I mean, get it, Sleepy, I guess. Billy Cunningham is the coach of the year. They won 67 games. Wilson Thorpe, executive of the year. All NBA first team, we got Julius Magic, Larry Bird, Isaiah Thomas, and Mark Aguirre. All NBA second team, we got Moses Malone, Sigma, Hakeem as a rookie on a second team, Sleepy Floyd, and Adrian Dantley. The all defensive first team, we have Sidney Moncrief, Hakeem Olajuwon, Trey Rollins, Ralph Sampson, and Mike Mitchell. All defensive second team, we have Jack Sigma, Mark Eaton, Moses Malone, Larry Bird, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. We might go to positions after this season. All rookie first team, we got Hakeem, Jordan, Barkley, Jay Humphries, and Sam Bowie. Rookie second team, we got Stockton, Djokovic, Tony Campbell, Roosevelt Chapman, and Charles Jones. So let's go ahead and go over to NBA standings. Top 8 in the West is the Lakers, Nuggets, Warriors, Mavericks, Jazz, Blazers, Kings, and Spurs. Top 8 in the East is the 76ers, Pacers, Bucks, Celtics, Cavs, Bullets, Hawks, and Nets. On top of that, we do have the season stats again. So the scoring leader for this season is Bernard King with 0.1 above Mark Aguirre. Rebounding leader Moses Malone with 12. Assist leader Magic with basically 12 a game. Steal leader is Sidney Moncrief with 2.1. Block leader is Hakeem Olajuwon, but tied with Trey Rollins. Turnover leader is Isaiah Thomas. Foul leader is Tony Campbell. Field goal percentage is Julius Erving, shooting 60%. 3-point is Mike Dunleavy, shooting 47%, but all of these are going to be kind of iffy. Technically, the real player should probably be Brian Winters because he at least took 1 a game. But yeah, free throw percentage, Quentin Daly, yet again. And yeah, let's go ahead and check Double-double leaders is Moses Malone with 61. Triple-doubles leader is Magic with 14. Anything else? Oh, yep. Glad I remembered this. Where do I go? Season awards. Yep, there we go. Player of the month, Julius Erving won it twice. Moses once, Larry Bird twice, and Isaiah Thomas once. Mark Aguirre won it 3 times, Magic twice, and Jack Sikma once. Rookie of the month, wow, on the Eastern side, Joe Djokovic twice, Perkins once, Charles Jones 3 times. Western, Hakeem, Sam Bowie, Hakeem 3 times, Sam Bowie once, and Jordan twice. I just realized all the good players in last draft went to West teams. The Suns got Charles Barkley, the Kings got Hakeem, Rockets got Jordan, Blazers got Bowie and Stockton. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. All right. Well, round 1 of the playoffs. Interesting. So in 4 games, the Nuggets are gone. In 5, the Blazers. In 4, the Jazz. In 4, the Spurs. Then 76ers over East sweep the Nets in 3. Cavs lose in 4. Bullets lose in 4 as well. And the Pacers lose in 4 as well. Next up, the Bucks sweep Atlanta. Philly, gentlemen, sweeps the Celtics in 5. Mavericks lose in 5 as well. And the Warriors go to a game 7 against the Kings, who I guess held their own for the most part. Yeah. All right. So game 1 over East, the 76ers are going to take one in the West. The Lakers. Game 2 goes to the Sixers. Game 2 goes to the Lakers. Game 3 to the Sixers. Game 3 to the Lakers. And Game 4 goes to the Bucks. Game 4 in the West goes to the Lakers. Game 5 goes to the 76ers. And we have a rematch of last year. Game 1, Kareem is here, Magic's there. Kareem, Magic, Kareem here, and then Magic and Kareem. So we're going to give Western Conference MVP to Magic. And game 1, Julius Erving is just crazy. Moses is just crazier, though. We are going to give the Eastern Conference MVP to Julius Erving. So, game 1 of the NBA Finals, 76ers at home. Moses Malone is apparently injured. Game 1, it looks like it's just a blowout win. 99-124. I mean, they won by 25 points. Moses Malone, 28-8, while being injured. Insane. Magic, 24-6-14 is not enough. Game 2 in Philly, off to a Lakers start in the first quarter and in the second and in the third. And it looks like this is going to be a blowout game as well. Not a full blowout, but a 10-point win. Moses 24-8, Tooney 25-7-4, James Worthy 26, Kareem 22-13. Game 3 heading to LA. Can the Sixers bounce it back and take 1 away? I mean, we got a pretty close game. Let's see. I mean, it's over with now. So, 6-point lead. Byron Scott, 21. He got injured. 20-12 for James Worthy. Malone, 38-12. Wow. Game 4. Back. Still in LA. The 76ers take the lead, but the Lakers keep it in the third. And it looks like that's going to be all she wrote for game 4. Lakers win by 8 behind James Worthy's 26 and 12 with 4 steals and 3 assists. Interesting. All right. Game 5 in Philly again. Can the 76ers do it? Can they hold the Showtime Lakers off? And it doesn't look like it. Lakers win by 3, 25 and 8. Julius Erving 23 and 6. Couldn't get it done. Magic 27, 9 and 12. Kareem 20 and 12. Byron 20 and 4. Lakers lead 3-2. Heading into LA. Are they going to be back-to-back champs? And it looks like it's going to be back-to-back champs for the Los Angeles Lakers. James Worthy 23 and 11. Lakers win it all. Magic Finals MVP. And let's go check something I didn't check last time. Point leader in the playoff was Larry Bird out of 9 games. Rebounds was Moses Malone. Assists was Magic Johnson. Steals were Michael Ray Richardson. Blocks were Hakeem. Turnovers were Geoff Houston. Fouls was Daryl Dawkins. Buck Williams was shooting 65%. And then, these guys are shooting apparently 100% from 3, but they took like 1 to 3 apiece. So, in reality, I'd say roughly Joe Djokovic or like Mike Dunleavy. But, yep, free throw percentage, Jeff Malone, sure. 4 free throws a game, didn't miss a single one out of the 4 he got to play. So, Lakers are your back-to-back champions. All right, so player retirements. We have Jack Marin, Byron Beck, Elvin Hayes, George McGinnis, Randy Smith, Nate Archibald, Fred Brown, George Johnson, Neil Walk, Zad Abdulaziz, Billy Poltz, Doug Collins, Paul Westphal, Sidney Wicks, Phil Chenier, Slick Watts, Kermit Washington, Dick Gibbs, Jim Price, Steve Hawes, Louis Nelson, Foots Walker, Jim Jones, Lionel Hollins, Charlie Chris, Steve Kaburski, Armand Hill, Dave Robish, Billy McKinney, Ronnie Lester, who's only 26. Johnny High, they're going down, that's why. Hall of Fame inductees is, of course, Elvin Hayes. Jersey retirements, Paul Westphal and Nate Archibald. Historic changes, all lottery picks are done via random weighted draw. All lottery teams will have equal odds. And then relocate from the Kansas City to Sacramento. And then, of course, we have some uniform changes. So, league meetings, of course, here it is. And we're going to go ahead and do what I said we were going to do. We're going to make the teams have positions, especially because there can't be too many elite bigs. Next up, the only thing I think we want to change is I'm gonna leave everything the same. So, draft lottery, who lands the Patrick Ewing sweepstake? Pick number 7 is going to go to the Detroit Pistons. Pick number 6 will be going to the Chicago Bulls. Pick number 5 with the Clippers, and it's going to stay with the Clippers. Pick number 4, the Suns, who did have the first pick last season. They're going to move up, and the Rockets with Michael Jordan go to 4. The 3rd pick this time around is going to go to the Phoenix Suns. So Charles Barkley will be getting an elite teammate, so will Jordan. Pick number 2, the Seattle Supersonics. They're going to be picking it too. Yep. All right, and the first pick looks like it's going to the New York Knicks, who, funny enough, hey, Mavericks have 8, the Hawks at 9, Bullets at 10, Spurs at 11, Kings at 12. Mavericks also have 13. They also have 21. So, interesting. NBA draft. The first pick, the New York Knicks select Karl Malone. They don't draft. They don't draft Patrick Ewing. I can only assume that they have a center. The second pick, the Sonics will be selecting Xavier McDaniel. The Suns have a chance to pair up Barkley and Patrick Ewing, and they do. Patrick Ewing, he's going to team up with Charles Barkley. Pick number 4, the Rockets will be selecting Wayman Tisdale. You're telling me you have on the board still Chris Mullin, Sabonis, Charles Oakley is better. Hell, even Joe Dumars. And you're going to select Wayman Tisdale. Okay. Clippers are going to select Charles Oakley. The Bulls at 6 will select Sabonis. Pistons at 7 with Chris Mullin. Mavericks at 8 will be trading their pick to the Phoenix Suns. Hold on, this is elite actually. So the Phoenix Suns are not only getting capital, they're getting the 8th pick and an 87 first round pick. They're getting rid of Maurice Lucas and James Edwards, even though they just got Patrick Ewing. And they're going to select Michael Adams. The Suns are cooking. The Hawks select Joe Dumars at 9. Bullets, Terry Porter at 10. Spurs, Detlef Schrempf at 11. Kings, they take AC Green at 12. Mavericks back up, and they're going to trade their pick again to the Knicks this time for Rory Sparrow and Truck Robinson. The Knicks are going to select Mark Akers. The Blazers are going to select Hot Rod Williams at 14. The Bucks at 15 will be trading their picks to the Rockets for Ralph Sampson and Major Jones. The Rockets, they're going to select Fernando Martin. Blazers at 16 are going to select Benoit Benjamin. Jazz at 17, John Battle. Mavericks at 18 are getting Derek Gervin. This is George Gervin's brother. Pacers at 19, selecting Tyrone Corbin. Warriors selecting Ed Pinckney at 20. 21 is Gerald Wilkins to the Mavericks. 22, the 76ers are selecting Terry Catledge. And 23, the Lakers are selecting Manute Ball, which is actually a very good pick. So we definitely do have some new look teams. One of the huge pickups, Rockets, I guess, with Wayman Tisdale. Suns got Ewing and Barkley. So yeah. Let me go into past free agency a little bit. All right. So Eddie Johnson has stayed with the Kings. See, Derek Smith left or re-signed with the Bucks actually. Robert Reed leaves Indy to join the Knicks. Al Wood leaves Denver to join the Knicks. Vrains leaves Seattle to join the Rockets. Merriweather leaves the Kings to join Knicks. Russ Schoen leaves Indiana to join Knicks. Louis Orr leaves New York to join the Nuggets. And yeah, free agency's kind of whack. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Did they sign Quentin Daly goes to the Pacers for a 1-year deal? Bob Thornton goes to the Rockets for a 2-year deal. Yeah, basically that's it. Player progression. Let's go see if any big ones change. Came up to an 88. Yeah, this team's looking pretty good. Let's see, do we keep going? Carmelone's over here with Bernard King. Lakers, don't really draft well, but they did pick Manute Ball to be a backup to Bob McAdoo and Kareem once he's gone. Mark Aguirre's reached 99 overall. The Nets, trash. Alex English has reached 99. Clark Kellogg's up to an 87. Isaiah Thomas, he does have Chris Mullin and Vinnie Johnson now. And Kelly Tripucka. The Pistons might be good. Rockets, Of course, they got Wayman Tisdale, but they got rid of Bob Thornton. I like to pick up, to be honest. He was undrafted. This is the first time I've seen Bob Thornton go undrafted in a sim. Interesting. Um, Spurs look still pretty good. And the Suns, I mean, Michael Adams at PG, Walter Davis at shooting, Larry is small, Charles at power, and Ewing at center. It's a pretty good team. Clyde Drexler's up to an 89, Stockton up to an 86, Sleepy Floyd up to a 90, Mark Aguirre, Julius Erving's up to a 98. That's kind of crazy. Jerome Kersey's only up to an 81. I mean, yeah, these teams, I mean, they're getting pretty stacked. The Celtics aren't really contenders, but hey. Oh yeah, these teams, they look pretty good. They look pretty good. Where are we going to be having All-Star selection at? We're going to be going to New Jersey. Okay. And then let's get, of course, into the draft classes. My favorite one, and this will be the last season we sim, just so y'all are aware, for part or episode 1. All right, welcome to part 2 of our 50 plus year sim. Last episode y'all seen, Lakers went back to back. Julius Erving has a single MVP, and it's kind of just looking like it's ran by the Lakers right now. Up and coming teams, you do have the Atlanta Hawks looking pretty good with their top 3. The Kings looking pretty solid as well. Knicks, of course, are looking okay. And then we, keep going. We got Jordan here on the Rockets up to an 89. So let's see what he ends up doing. His new running mate, Wayman Tisdale. They also got Fernando Martin. And then we got Charles Barkley, Patrick Ewing up here. So let's go see how those do. 1986, we do have Len Bias, Chuck Persons, Ron Harper, Brad Daughtry, Mark Price, Walker, Petrovic, Sellers, Rodman, Newman, and a bunch of other good players. Let's go ahead and go to the All-Star break, where, I mean, the Jazz are looking terrible, I guess. Oh my gosh. Instant fall off for the Jazz. I mean, they just had like 40-something wins, and now they're just here. Instant fall off. That's crazy. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the award races real quick. Magic leading the MVP with these 4 players behind. Rookie of the Year, Karl Malone is leading currently, but I mean, I'd say it should probably go to Patrick Ewing right now, but hey, I'm not one to make decisions. 6 Man of You, Lewis Lloyd. Sidney Moncrief is also leading Deploy again. And Roosevelt Chapman is leading the Most Improved, which, yeah. Key Clutch player, Dominique, sure. All-Star participants, we have Isaiah Thomas, Sidney, Larry, Julius, Malone, Tooney, Reggie Theus, Dominique Wilkins, which, is this his first All-Star appearance? No, this is his third. Oh, he's been an All-Star each time. Marquise Johnson, Bernard King, Robert Parrish, World to Be Free, and Mike Mitchell. And over in the West, we have Magic, English, Dantley, Aguirre, Vandeweghe, Jordan, Sleepy Floyd, Jack Sigma, Charles Barkley, Eddie Johnson, Terry Cummings, and Byron Scott with Hakeem. So this is Hakeem's first All-Star. Eddie Johnson's third. This is Charles Barkley's first, and Michael Jordan's first as well. So, dunk contest, we got Clyde, Mitchell Wiggins, Dominique, Jerome Kersey. In 3-point, we have Drew Jankovic, who won last year's. Roosevelt Chapman, Daryl Griffith, Ben Coleman, Sam Perkins is in the 3-point contest. Is he actually shooting threes, or is he just like... He's attempted 10 of them. What the okay. And Larry Bird. Yeah, cool. Here's the rookie team. And then here is the sophomore team. Interesting. Let's go ahead. The rookies beat the sophomores, led by Karl Malone. Okay. Um, 3-point contest winner is Larry Bird. Dunk contest is Clyde Drexler. And then the All-Star game, we do have the West beating the East, led by Jordan's 22-3. We're going to go ahead and give Jordan the All-Star MVP. Assuming the rest of the season, this is the 85-86. And I'm gonna be honest, this is probably gonna go. It's probably gonna go into the. It's probably gonna go into part 1 and not part 2. It's probably gonna be. We're probably gonna start the part 2 or episode 2 from the beginning of 1986's season to 87. But Magic is your MVP. Karl Malone, Rookie of the Year. Lewis Lloyd, 6-man. Sidney Moncrief, back-to-back. Depoy. Michael Jordan, Most Improved. Don Nelson, Coach of the Year. Sylvester Swift, Executive of the Year. We have Magic, Jordan, Irvin, Bird, and Hakeem, All-NBA First Team. All-NBA Second Team, we got Isaiah Thomas, Alex English, Charles Barkley, Adrian Dantley, and Moses Malone. The Defensive First Team, we have Sidney Moncrief, Jordan, Mike Mitchell, Xavier McDaniel, and Hakeem. The All-Defensive Second Team, we have Johnson, Lewis Lloyd, Charles, Julius Erving, and Mark Eaton. The All-Rookie First Team consists of Karl Malone, Patrick Ewing, Xavier McDaniel, Arvydas Sabonis, and Chris Mullin. In the All-Rookie Second Team consists of Michael Adams, Wayman Tisdale, Terry Porter, Mark Akers, and Hot Rod Williams. Let's go ahead and go over to NBA standings. The top teams in the West are Lakers, Spurs, Blazers, Warriors, Mavericks, Nuggets, Clippers, and Rockets. The top teams in the East are the Bucks, 76ers, Pacers, Celtics, Bulls, Pistons, Knicks, and Bullets. Who do the Bucks have? Did they make a huge trade or something? Sidney Moncrief, Junior Bridges, Marquise, Charles Jones. Oh, they did end up picking up Ralph Sampson, which is probably a really good pickup. Plus 280 plus his off their bench. Yeah, this team's looking pretty good. But yep, that is the standings, season stats. The league leader in scoring is Dominique Wilkins with 26.2. Rebounding is Charles Barkley with 11.2. Assist, Magic Johnson, 12.3 a game. Steals, 2.4 a game from Sidney Moncrief. 2.9 blocks a game for Mark Eaton. 3.5 turnovers for Sidney Moncrief. 4.7 fouls for Andrew Tooney. Dominique Wilkins shooting 60% from the field. I'm going to give it to Roosevelt Chapman because at least he takes more than 1 a game. So he's the 3-point leader. Free throw, Andrew Tooney. And then we already know double-double leaders, Magic with 62, and Magic's leading the triple-doubles with 18. I mean, Magic is... Where is he at in terms of NBA records? Because it's kind of wicked. Total points. I just want to see. Can I see? No, you got to go career. So triple doubles. Magic has 62. Wilt has 78. Oscar Robertson has 179. Magic for the next 5 years, if he can get like 18 a game, I mean, yeah, or 18 a season, yeah, that's pretty good. So, game, well, first round, let's just see. Bullets out in 3. Boston loses to Chicago in 4. Pistons lose to the Pacers in 4, and Knicks lose to the 76ers in 4 as well. Clippers are out in 5. Nuggets are out in 4. Dallas is out in 4, and the Rockets get swept. Round 2, Bulls out in 5, Pacers out in 4, Warriors out in 4, and the Spurs out in 7. Game 1 goes to the Bucks and the Lakers. Game 2 goes to the 76ers and Lakers. Game 3, 76ers and Blazers. Game 4, 76ers and Blazers. Game 5, the 76ers and Blazers. In Game 6 over in the West, Lakers win. We do have a Game 7 in the Western Conference Finals. Are we going to have a rematch for the 3rd time? Or is a new team in the West going to lead? And it looks like it's going to be a repeat. Yep. Blazers out in 7. We have Lakers versus 76ers back in the finals for the 3rd straight year. Can the 76ers overcome the Lakers this time around? And it's a closer game, but not too close, but apparently it was. Okay, 76ers by 1 in Game 1. Game 2, it's looking like the Lakers are coming back, and yeah, come on 76ers, y'all can't do that. Are we going to be jumping in here? Nah, we're not going to jump in. We're going to leave this. Lakers win by 2. Going into LA, tied series. 76ers, I need to see y'all win. Y'all might not win for the rest of the simulation. And they're going to lose Game 3 by 6. Okay. 76ers are just getting slammed repeatedly. And it's going to look like that's the same outcome for this game. Lakers are currently up 3-1 to the Philadelphia 76ers. Game 5 in Philly. Are the Lakers going to three-peat? It kind of looks like it. We got 54 left. Lakers up by 1. Let's go ahead and jump in. It is the 76ers ball. That is a good sign. Into Tooney. Tooney is going to go ahead and dribble. He's going to throw to Moses, who can't get it. Magic gets the steal. Bringing the ball up to Byron Scott. Byron pulls a midi. It's off. Tim McCormick with the rebound. Andrew Tooney bringing the ball up. Stops at the 3-point line. Still a 1-point game. Moses to Maurice. Moses driving. Maurice. I'm assuming they're going to give it to Moses. To Moses in the paint. On James Worthy. Layup. It's good. And the 76ers lead by 1 in a series that nobody could have seen coming. Oh no. It hasn't been the Lakers and 76ers every single year. Lakers going to go ahead and bring the ball in. Michael Cooper to Byron Scott. I mean, the Lakers have an insane team. Moses with the steal. Andrew Tooney does pick it up, and they have to foul. We're going to be going into a free throw game. Andrew Tooney currently has 25 points, 6 rebounds. He's looking pretty good. First free throw is good. Second free throw is also good. 76ers up by 3. 15 left. Can the Lakers answer? Bob McAdoo to Byron Scott. Bob McAdoo for 3. Rebound. Kersey. Why did Bob McAdoo shoot the 3? Kersey, first free throw. It's good. And that's going to seal the game. Second free throw. Kersey. It is also bad, but Moses Malone gets the board. and they're going to shoot even more free throws. Moses, first one, it's good. And the second one, it is also good. Up by 6. 4 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Byron, full court shot. Basically, it's off. These 76ers are going to live to fight another day. Andrew Tooney, 27, 6, and 8. Malone, 23 and 6. Julius Erving, 19, 9, and 8. Pretty good. All right, don't know what happened there. My Elgato kind of stopped. Anyways, game number 6. We got the 76ers and Lakers. And it looks like the 76ers are kind of running away with it. I mean, it's a 2-point game. Can the Lakers score again? It is a 1-point game. Lakers win it all. They just three-peated. Magic Johnson is your finals MVP. The Sixers had it. Malone, 31 and 16. He needs to get up out of here. He needs to go take his talents elsewhere. Yeah, let's go look at playoff leaders. Scoring leader is Terry Cummings with 25 a game. Bill Laimbeer, rebounding leader with 11.5. Magic with 14.5 a game. Isaiah Thomas with 2.5 steals. Trey Rollins with 2.5 blocks. Darrell Walker with 4.7 turnovers. Danny Ainge averaged 5 fouls a game. 71% from the field with Mike Mitchell. And let's go Roosevelt Chapman. Shot about 2 a game, shooting 70%. Free throw is going to be Dennis Johnson. But Kiki Vandeweghe took 7.5 a game and made all of them. So yeah, I'm gonna give it to that. We have triple-double leaders or double-doubles. Magic had 18 double-doubles and 8 triple-doubles just in the playoffs alone. Magic's a little bit insane. So this is going to be the last off-season of part 1. And then episode 2, we're going to have the 86 beginning to more than likely the beginning of 89. So retirements, John McLaughlin. Kareem retires with 3 more rings. I mean, he's 6 MVPs, 2 finals MVPs, 6 NBA championships, 15 All-Star appearances. Wow. Kareem, what a career. What a career. Yeah, what a career. Kazi's gone. Bob Lanier is gone. Bowerwinkle, Elmore Smith, Curtis Perry, Brian Taylor, John Mengolt, Truck Robinson, E.C. Coleman, Nate Hawthorne, Derek Dickey, Tom Henderson, Dan Issel is retiring, Ron B. Hagan, Swen Nader, Len Elmore, Greg Smith, Tom Kozelko. I don't know who this is. I don't think he's even supposed to be here. Clearly that's a LeBron James face, but I might have overlooked him in a draft class or something, but I'll look into that. Michael Wilson, Mike Barb, and then we get to the fake players. So, yep. Staff retirements, Jack Gilbert, don't know who that is. Kareem is the only Hall of Fame. Bob Lanier gets his jersey retired with the Pistons, and Kareem gets it for the Bucks and Lakers. Historic changes, just uniform changes. League meetings. Yep, we aren't changing anything. Okay. Draft lottery. The Suns have the number 1 odds again. Pick number 7 is going to go to the Supersonics. Okay. The Jazz, they're going to get pick number 6. Pick number 5, I'm assuming this isn't the Supersonics anymore. It's the New Jersey Nets. So the Hawks moved into the top 4. Pick number 4 is the Kings. So Hakeem and Eddie Johnson get pick 4. Pick number 3 is going to go to the Dallas Mavericks via Cleveland. Pick number 2 is the Atlanta Hawks. So that means the Sonics have pick number 1, 2, or no? The Phoenix Suns are gonna land pick number 1. So the team with Charles Barkley and Patrick Ewing get number 1. Rockets at 8, Bullets at 9, Knicks at 10, Pistons 11, Bulls 12. Cavs got pick 13, Nuggets got pick 16 via Dallas. Interesting. So let's get into the NBA draft. The first pick, the Suns are going to be selecting Ron Harper. No, y'all have Michael Adams. If they drafted Len Bias, they would have the best team in the next 2 years. I guarantee it. All right, well, Ron Harper is the first pick. The Hawks are going to be selecting Walter Berry with the second pick. I'm so sorry, but there's Chuck Persons, Brad Daughtry, Mark Price, Drazen Petrovic, Len Bias. Like, all right, the Dallas Mavericks with pick 3 will be selecting Chuck Persons. The Kings are going to be taking Len Bias with the 4th pick. 5th pick, Drazen to the Nets. A shout out. Jazz going to be selecting Johnny Dawkins. Number 7, the Sonics are going to be trading that pick for just straight up Orlando Woolridge and the 82nd, 28th overall pick. The Bullets are going to be selecting Brad Daughtry. You know, that's a pretty good pick. Rockets will be selecting Mark Price to play alongside Jordan and Wayman Tisdale. Number 9, the Bullets will be selecting Jeff Hornacek. Number 10, the Knicks will be trading their pick to the Phoenix Suns for Rod Foster. And they're going to select Scott Skiles. The Phoenix Suns are cooking in this sim. The Pistons, with 11, are also going to be trading their pick to the Suns for Walter Davis and Ernie Grunfeld, who select Kelvin Upshaw. The Bulls, with 12, are going to select Jim Les. Cavs at 13, Kenny Walker. Nuggets at 14 are going to be trading their picks to the Jazz for Ricky Green. Jazz are going to be selecting Dennis Rodman. The Boston Celtics are going to be selecting Nate McMillan. Denver Nuggets, John Sally. Spurs at 17, Kevin Duckworth. Warriors at 18 are going to be trading their pick to the Cavaliers for Kenny Walker and Phil Hubbard. For Harold Presley, you just traded Kenny Walker for Harold Presley. William Bedford goes to the Blazers. 76ers select Brad Sellers. Okay, they just select small forwards only in the draft. Johnny Newman to the Pacers. Bucks get Mark Larry. And the Lakers get John Williams. So, yeah, we're definitely going to look at teams after this. Let's go ahead and go to a little bit into free agency. So, first off, Adrian Dantley goes to the Jazz, and we have the first huge changes. Clyde Drexler leaves the Trailblazers for the Golden State Warriors. Clark Kellogg leaves the Pacers for the Bullets. Orlando Blackman stays with the Mavs. Paul Pressey stays with the Bucks. Dennis Johnson with the Celtics. Jeff Ruland leaves the Bullets to go to the Clippers. Mark Eden stays with the Jazz. James Edwards leaves Dallas to go join the Clippers. Daryl Griffith stays with the Jazz. Quentin Daly stays in Indiana. Albert King stays with the Nets. Tom Chambers leaves Seattle to go to Pacers. Ray Williams leaves the Jazz to join the Warriors. James Donaldson leaves the Clippers to go join the Rockets. Kenny Carr stays with the Jazz. And Mike Gaminsky stays with the Nets. Bill Walton is a Cavalier now. Interesting. Cedric Maxwell went back to the Celtics as well. Current free agents, there's still Terry Cummings, Doc Rivers, and Purvis Short. There's still a lot of 80s left. So, we're going to see, did any of them sign? No. Alright, so let's go to player progression. Let's go see the Clippers get Purvis Short from the Warriors for a 1-year deal. The Hawks get Buck Williams from the Nets for a 1-year deal. The Hawks also lose Doc Rivers, and he goes to the Nuggets. Terry Cummings, he signed a 4-year deal with the Blazers. He's leaving the Clippers. Carlos Clark goes to the Bulls. Gerald Wilkins to the Clippers. Um, yeah, yeah, this is kind of wild. Who's still in free agency? We'll check. But we are towards the end of episode 1. Um, where we start off, we're going to be going from the beginning of 86. Oh, I'll fix that. But we got to go from the beginning of 86 to probably like the beginning of 89. So here's the 87 draft class, led by D-Rob, Kenny Smith, Reggie Lewis, Reggie Miller, Scotty. A lot of good players here. We didn't look at any updates to the roster, so let's go see Dominique, Joe Djokovic. Yeah, their team looks pretty good. I mean, I'd argue to say they should probably play Dumars at the point guard. Yeah. The Clippers, Purvis Short, Jeff Rulin, Roosevelt Chapman, James Edwards, Ricky Pierre. Yeah, they got a solid squad. Celtics have just not done nothing. Same with the Cavs. Other than I think they signed Bill Walton. Yeah. Mike Mitchell. This is going to be a crazy team. I mean, let me try to help them out a bit. Let me give y'all him at power forward. It's going to probably make him a little bit worse, but at least you have the 3 now. And I'd argue you play Reggie Theus at the point guard. Yeah, this is their Elite 5 now. So, Bullets, Clark Kellogg, Jeff Malone, Larry Drew. They got their squad going. Bucks, did they sign anyone? Nope. 76ers also did not get anyone. Oh, real quick, who's free agents? Lewis Lloyd, Ben McDonald, Larry Nance, John Long, Roy Hinson. These players are probably, or at least like the 81s and above, or more than likely going to get signed for minimums. So we do got to remember that. Anyways, let me go back to team looking. The Kings, Hakeem, Eddie Johnson, John Paxson. I mean, Jim Paxson, my bad. I said John. We're going to put him to a point guard. And we're going to put Eddie to a shooting guard. And he gets better. And then, yeah, now you're going to have a starting lineup of Hakeem at center, Kevin Willis, Howard, Len at small, Eddie at point or shooting, and Jim Paxson at point. The New York Knicks, they got Bernard, Karl Malone, and Mark Akers. Magic is leading his Lakers, of course, 3-time champions, and now they have a Manute Ball to replace Kareem, which is just crazy. Mark Aguirre and the Mavericks, I mean, they're looking exactly the same. They actually drafted Chuck Parsons, but I mean, do we play Chuck Parsons at a power forward just to give them, like, they have Derek Gordon, but we're gonna give them Chuck Parsons at a power. Nets, they're looking fine. Nuggets, I mean, they're looking like the Nuggets. If we're being honest, we could probably put Kiki to a power forward and Alex English to a small forward, which will probably do that actually. Power forward Kiki, small forward shooting guard for you. Doc Rivers is going to be the point. Well, this is not good, but I mean, it's between these two playing point and shooting, and I'm gonna be honest. Let's put Doc Rivers to shooting for right now. Let's see. He goes up 4 overalls. That's insane. So yeah, Nuggets, there they are. The Pacers, they're looking okay. Shouldn't have to change anything yet. I mean, this is definitely a Piston thing. They're just gonna start one. Michael Jordan, Wayman Tisdale. yeah, I mean his team's looking right now. You know what I'm saying? They're looking. George Gervin leads the you know Spurs with Detlef Dan, Jay Humphries, Pat Cummings. Pretty good team. This is where it's gonna get iffy. They have 3 elite point guards. Scott. They even have Del Curry, who I'm guessing went into the second round. Yeah, he went into the second round. So I don't know what the Suns are gonna do here. I mean, realistically, they need to probably trade Michael Adams or Harper. I mean, I can put Harper to a shooting guard first. That way, they at least have a shooting guard, a power forward, center, point guard, and small forward Ricky Ross. Seattle Supersonics. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Like, does he get better? No, he arguably gets worse. Wow. I mean, I would say so they play Woolridge at the power and play you at the small, and I guess you have center, small, point, power, and shooting. So interesting. Um, yeah, same with the Blazers. They need to trade one of their point guards. I mean, we can give them a shooting guard and Fat Lieber. See if that helps him, but that's all we can really do. The Warriors are gonna be a team to look out for. I mean, Sleepy, Clyde, and Joe Barry Carroll. So yeah, pretty good looking teams. To be honest with you, we're gonna see how it goes. We might want to move. I mean, Michael Cage is their starting power forward. What if Kersey started at their power forward for them? That might make them a little bit better. So we're gonna do that. And yeah, we're not gonna make too many trades, or I mean, not trades. We're not gonna make any trades. We're not gonna make too many changes. The players, unless like we desperately need to. So like this team is in need of a small forward more. So we're gonna actually change him back already back to a small forward. So I'm gonna see y'all for episode 2 when we go from 86 to the beginning of 89. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this first video. I'm gonna see y'all on the next one. Peace out. I do this for the family. I do this for the squad.